The power that enables me at the moment to speak to you is the same that enables you to listen to me. Is it different?
Baba dice c'è una sola religione, la religione dell'amore, c'è una sola casta, la casta dell'umanità. E quando l'umanità sa rispettarsi, accettarsi, amarsi, finiranno tanti disastri su questo pianeta. Questo pianeta diventerà realmente un paradiso, è un paradiso, ma noi lo facciamo un inferno. Forse la più bella formula di Einstein disse: volete cambiare il mondo? Cambiate il modo di pensare. Cambiate il modo di pensare, perché il pensiero è una potenza, il pensiero è un'entità, il pensiero è una forza immensa. Se l'uomo incomincia a pensare col cuore, è un grande, grande miracolo.
This is the district of Anantapur, in the heart of remote India. Punished by drought and diseases, forgotten by all governments, Anantapur is one of the poorest and most backward places in the whole country. Nevertheless, it is right here in a hamlet not appearing on the map where a silent revolution gathering millions of people from all over the world has started. Its leader is Sathya Sai Baba. Its center, Prasanthi Nilayam, the abode of supreme peace.
That interval between two thoughts is consciousness. You as consciousness are there. You as mind are not there.
Consciousness in silence is one of the goals of the abode of supreme peace.
The moment you give up your wrong identity with body or mind, you are egoless. And your true nature or identity with God or divinity can only be realized when you are egoless. As Baba often says, the books like the Bible, the Quran, the Gita, the Ramayana are not merely to be worshipped. They are all holy books. But their teaching has to be practiced. We have to practice.
Amore, amore, amore. È come l'acqua, quando sta nella botte si chiama botto d'acqua, bottiglia d'acqua, giara d'acqua, secchio d'acqua, bicchiere d'acqua. Sempre acqua è. Così è l'amore. E l'amore non conosce confini, non conosce tempo e spazio. L'amore è onnipresente. Non è il veicolo del maestro di Baba che mi interessa, non è il veicolo del maestro Gesù, non è il veicolo di Vishnu, di Rama, di Krishna, è l'amore che esprimono questi veicoli, perché lo scopo dell'incarnazione di questi giganti è solo e sempre uno: amore, amore, amore.
Prasanthi Nilayam is a space for silence within the turmoil of the outer world. It is what in India is called an ashram, a center for spiritual practice, a place where to get in contact with the Guru and follow his teachings. Its architecture and dimensions make it special, but what is really amazing is the other side of the hill. What was a stony, bleak plateau is now a city of culture which seems to come out of a fairy tale. An illiterate boy coming to this valley may leave with a doctorate in philosophy, engineering, or many other specialities. Moreover, he won't pay a single penny for the teaching received. Normal subjects are studied here, but stressing one point: the goal of education is character. For this purpose, the different subjects are related to the 5 human values common to all cultures: love, truth, right action, peace, and non-violence. Besides this one here, another 4 universities have been created and several Sathya Sai schools distributed throughout India. A little further on, past the garden of Sai Baba's pet elephant, there is a fully equipped planetarium. Some kilometers away, there's an airport where large aircraft may land. And last but not least, the most modern hospital in India, built in just 1 year. The desert has been landscaped for the patients to enjoy a pleasant environment. Access to the building is through a grand meditation room. The message is clear. Medicine has to consider the mind and spirit of the patients as well as their bodies. The waiting lists are similar to those of our hospitals, but with a difference. The poorest patients are the first to be treated because this hospital is completely free. In the district of Anantapur, where tractors are still an extraordinary luxury, open heart operations and transplants of corneas, kidneys or lungs are being performed.
Gesù è stato chiaro con noi. Non cerchi chi predica, ma chi pratica, perché la predica senza pratica è ipocrita. Poi dice non si possono servire 2 padroni. Chi sono i 2 padroni? Io, mio, sarebbe orgoglio, egoismo e l'amore che è Dio. O servi l'uno o servi l'altro. Sta a te.
The essence of this movement, its most visible aspect, are the volunteers of the Sathya Sai Seva organization. They number hundreds of thousands. They are gathered in centers continuously growing in all the states of India. Their purpose is to put Sai Baba's teachings into practice. In shifts of 1 month, these volunteers render all the services in Prasanthi Nilayam, especially the hardest ones. They consider this a blessing.
I am already doing legal practice in my village, and I have come here from nearly about 1,000 kilometers away from here.
Government service.
My work is cooking food.
I am a teacher.
I'm retired from government service since last 5 months.
Harmonium. Came here to know what is Swami, and we have to take darshan in the first instance. And later we got some feelings and experiences. Whatever the troubles and whatever the hurdles may come in our normal life, and God will wipe out, definitely. So we slowly developed our spiritual mind. Sure. And my wife is also an employee doing as a teacher. She gave birth to a male baby just 30 days ago. Now I'm participating in divine mission. Why should I feel worried?
I have no language to express my feelings.
I am getting only pleasure here. Only for pleasure sake we are coming, and we are getting much more pleasure here.
Every day canteen, morning 8 a.m. to 12 noon. After night 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. This is time, only 8 hours per day.
And if there is any other works, definitely we will render services.
Families are also staying here.
Entire family. Entirely dedicated to Bhagavan.
No time.
Swami is giving.
Bhagavan is power giving.
We are very much grateful that Baba has given us an opportunity to serve here. Sta a te, l'uomo è dotato di libero arbitrio e di discernimento. È l'unica creatura su questo pianeta che ha questo grande patrimonio. Ma l'uomo che non ha libero arbitrio e non ha discernimento è ancora un bambino. E poi non ci dobbiamo realmente dimenticare che dobbiamo liberarci da questo handicap, la mancanza di amore per noi e per gli altri, impararsi a perdonare, accettarsi e andare avanti come una freccia che deve colpire l'occhio del bersaglio, che è Dio.
To some people he'll say, serve all, love. To others he'll say, devotion. To few he'll put them on to the path of self-inquiry, the path of wisdom. The goal remains the same. In the path of service, the path of action, you are supposed to give the sense of doership, of individual doership. Because the real doer is that divine power, the higher power, that is God. You feel that as if you are doing, at the most you can say, you are his instrument. He is using you as an instrument.
I'm only a puppet, I'm only an instrument. It's not me that I'm doing, it is he does. I fully believe. It is all his force, it is all Swami that is working. I really feel, I wholeheartedly feel, I'm wholeheartedly telling you, not from the head, here. It is only Swami that is doing.
Path of devotion means merging with the divine. Path of wisdom means I am that I am. I am I.
The first thing you see when entering Prasanthi Nilayam is an altar devoted to Ganesha. Ganesha, the elephant god, protects the spiritual aspirant from moving obstacles from his path. He looks after the ashram entrance. Devotees offer him camphor, incense and coconuts in order to receive help to solve their problems. Accommodation is extremely severe by Western standards. One or several cotton waste mattresses, and if you are lucky, a shaky spring mattress are the maximum facilities. Hundreds of thousands of pilgrims visit Prasanthi Nilayam throughout the year. They come from all over the world. They seek solutions for the suffering of body or soul. Some search for knowledge, a reply to the eternal questions. Who am I? What is there before and after life? How can I finish with suffering? What does being human mean? Sai Baba's recipe includes the 3 different types of yoga: knowledge, devotion and action. There are different ways to find out our real nature. Baba proposes meditation, repetition of God's names and self-inquiry, but emphasizing the action of serving others. Service is considered as the maximum expression of love to God, as the best way to feel as one with mankind. Sai Baba defines spirituality as a journey from I to we. In this process, service is a valuable instrument benefiting both the server and the served.
Bulbs are different, but the current is same. Cows are many, but the milk is same. Jewels are many, but the gold is same. That Swami says. That's how you must feel that there is only one God that is omnipresent. You should not feel that you are serving some others. The same Atma which dwells in you is also omnipresent. And you are saying you are serving yourself only. You should not feel that you are serving others. Follow?
You see, Bhagwan, like any great master, believes that God is one and the same everywhere. Only man creates distinctions in him. All religions, at their highest point or level, teach the same thing. Brotherhood of man and fatherhood of God. This also can be said humorously. It will not loosen its sanctity. Baba always says that he mostly talks in an indirect way. Rarely he tells a devotee in a positive way, do this, don't do this, excepting students, of course. So he has to use so many therapies, so many subtle ways and methods to improve us. His object or mission is to make man realize, first of all, that he is a human being and not an animal. Human being having the same essence, whether he is born a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, a Hindu, or any for that matter.
Twice a day, Sai Baba walks among his followers. This encounter is called darshan, which means vision. For many, Sai Baba is the incarnation of God on earth. He himself often says this, although adding that all men are God, but we aren't aware of that. To develop that consciousness, he remarks, is the goal of human life. Countless is the evidence from people who have witnessed how Sai Baba materializes things out of thin air, knows all persons, cures the sick, appears before his devotees in the most remote corners of the planet, and along, etc. He doesn't give importance to these phenomena. He simply calls them his presentation cards. is normal to see Baba materializing vibhuti, sacred ash, during darshan. This is a symbol of eternity, since it doesn't change and serves as a remedy for the most diverse illnesses.
Bhagwan's so-called miracles, which Bhagwan himself and I also prefer to call them as not miracles, but as his automatic divine activity.
Ogni qualvolta che lui tocca un oggetto gli dà una forza che a noi è sconosciuta.
I used to have a child, daughter, who was suffering from an incurable disease we call muscular dystrophy.
Then a niece of mine who was born more or less blind, who had never been to any school because of her blindness, the best of doctors in Bombay said God must have forgotten to put light into her eyes.
And my child, knowing about Swami, she asked, knowing that there is no treatment for it, then she asked, why don't you take me to Swami, Baba Sathya Sai Baba? She asked in her this thing. Out of my love and attachment towards that girl, I was forced by my daughter to bring her to Puttaparthy in 1965.
Standing on her bent legs with folded hands, prayed, Bhagwan, Bhagwan, my eyesight. Bhagwan just did this casually, blessed her, and went away.
Everything is okay.
She today can read and write.
Non sono i gioielli, i miracoli, perché anche se risuscita un morto mi fa ridere, ma solo il miracolo della sua onnipresenza mi tocca il cuore. Perché quante volte ho avuto, diciamo, dei dubbi, mentre invece ho dovuto dire basta, fammi stare zitto perché non è giusto.
Nowadays there is an awareness among all the people because of his service. Forget about the spiritual activity. Because of the service he is doing to the society by establishing a super specialty hospital and this drinking water project. See, the government with all resources, after independence of 48 years, they could not do anything. Baba could do it within, this is itself a greatest miracle that cannot be compared even for the ages.
The gradual conversion of the Anantapur area into a desert has led its inhabitants to dig deeper and deeper wells. The problem is that in these layers of soil there is an excess of fluorine. The water they drink produces an irremediable illness, fluorosis, which causes tremendous bone malformations. This old man's son escaped from here so as not to catch the disease, abandoning his parents who could hardly help themselves. This boy can't walk, so he can't go to school and won't receive any education. For people here, the only hope is Sai Baba. After so many years of shortage, he is the one who has brought them the solution to their sufferings.
This project covers 700 villages in a 6 months completion. This complete project covers nearly 250 tanks, OHSR tanks, and 6 numbers of summer storage tanks. Altogether, it will cover 2,500 kilometers of pipeline.
Works are financed by donations from devotees. Sai Baba says it is the work of the poor which allows rich people to obtain their fortune. Therefore, what has been acquired through the effort of the poor should be used for their welfare. He encourages his followers not to wait for the government to solve all their problems. He recommends people to unite in order to solve them. We are all brothers and sisters and should work together in that spirit.
This Rayalaseema is a very backward area where we cannot get the water, even drinking water. With this one we can cover complete Anantapur district. For the complete project, Baba is financing. And we are the contractors for the project.
Then another 700 villages.
नास्ति लोभ समव्याधि नास्ति क्रोध समोरिपुः नास्ति दुःख दारिद्र्यवत् नास्ति ज्ञान परम सुखम అతి దీర్ఘమైన వ్యాధులయో ఈ వ్యాధుల యందు లోభత్వం అనేటువంటి వ్యాధి మరింత పెరిగిపోయినది. దీనికంటే మించినటువంటి వ్యాధి మరొకటి లేదు. మానవత్వాన్ని విస్మరింపజేసి కేవలము దానవత్వంగా రూపొందింపచేస్తున్నది. నాస్తి క్రోధ సమోరిపుహి. రెండవ వ్యాధి
Sathya Sai Baba was born in 1926 within a humble family in this hamlet called Puttaparthy. Since childhood, he has had amazing powers, like materializing sweets or pencils. He always rejected food which was not vegetarian. He was so keen about distributing clothes and food to the poorest among the poor that his parents punished him many times. He certainly awoke the envy of some schoolmates and respect from others. Some started to consider him as a divine child, a saint, a familiar concept in Hindu culture. His parents, on the contrary, attributed his strange behavior to diabolical possession. The little Sathya stoically suffered the sinister procedures of several exorcists. Detachment from pain has always been one of his amazing achievements. But exorcisms didn't stop the singular conduct of the child. Every day he had to walk more than 6 kilometers to the nearest school, not very different from this one here. His contemporaries tell the story that on one occasion a teacher told Sathya off because he was not paying attention. The child repeated what the teacher had just taught perfectly. It wasn't enough. Sathya was punished. But something strange happened. the teacher remained stuck to the chair, and until he raised the punishment from the child prodigy, the spell didn't break. Against his parents' will, Sathya didn't stay at school for very long, nor study to be a civil servant. At the age of 14, he declared he was Sai Baba, the incarnation of a saint from the Bombay area, which had announced his rebirth on the date and in the place where Sathya was born. My devotees are waiting for me. I no longer belong to you. He told his amazed family going to the garden where he publicly gave his first teaching, and perhaps the most important. Sing the name of the Master in your minds. He will help you to cross the ocean of the world.
You have to offer your heart and accept
ఈ విధమైనటువంటి యొక్క ప్రేమ తత్వాన్ని ప్రచురింపజేసి వ్యాపింపజేసి దివ్యత్వాన్ని అభివృద్ధి పరిచే నిమిత్తమై ఈ సత్యసాయి సంస్థలు ఏర్పరిచినామే కానీ ఏదో ఒక నంబర్గా కానీ ఇంతమంది వ్యక్తులుగా ఉండాలని కానీ మేము ఆ ఉద్దేశంతో ఈ సంస్థలు దివ్యత్వాన్ని నీవు దర్శించాలి.
You should have the vision of the latent divinity.
Self realization.
That is self realization.
Self అనగా ఏమిటి?
What is self?
ఇక్కడ రెండు రకములైనటువంటి సెల్ఫ్లు ఉన్నాయి.
Here there are two forms of self.
ఎందుకు I am అంటున్నాను.
We say I am.
ఏమిటి ఈ I?
What is this I?
Are you 3 letters I or 1 letter I? నీవు కేవలం 3 letters I ని నివాసిస్తున్నావు.
You think of 3-lettered I.
3 letters I is body.
3-lettered I is body.
1 letter I is Atma.
1-lettered I is the self, Atma.
నీవు I అంటున్నావు కానీ ఇది ఆత్మనా దేహమా అనేటువంటిది విచారణ చేయటం లేదు.
You say I, but is it the body or the spirit?
అది ఏ సత్యాన్వేషణ.
That is the inquiry after truth.
I అనేటువంటిది ఈ దేహం కాదు.
I is not the body.
My body.
My body.
My mind.
My mind.
My hand.
My hand.
My face.
My face.
Who am I?
Then who am I?
My face అనగా నీ ప్రత్యేకమైన వాడు కదా.
When you say my face, it's separate.
This is my kerchief.
This is my kerchief.
My flower.
My flower.
Flower is separate from me.
Flower is separate from me.
Kerchief is separate from me.
Kerchief is separate
from me. But who
am
I?
Then who am I?
I అనేటువంటిది ఈ దేహం కాదు.
I is not the body.
ఈ దేహంకు మై అంటాం.
You should call this my body.
My body.
My body.
My mind.
My mind.
My hand.
My hand.
My face.
My face.
Who am I?
Then who am I?
Io credo che un giorno non si parlerà più di Dio, ma si parlerà di amore. Quando verrà cancellata questa parola Dio, va bene, e si dirà amore, sarà un grande giorno.
My life is my message, he says. We are seeing him working, we are seeing him walking, we are seeing him talking, we are seeing him every moment of his this thing, Sai, is a message. His seeing is a message. His movement is a message. His talking is a message. So that way, through his speeches, through his actions, through his wonderful, miraculous deeds, not only here, abroad, everywhere, he could inculcate what is the very purpose of the human life. The purpose of human life is only to realize ourselves. That is what Swami says. Naturally, when once you immerse yourself in singing, in bhajans, automatically the service that you do with your hands, it also becomes automatically devotional. So everything gets spiritualized. Through bhajans, you can concentrate your mind in the Almighty, and through hands, in service. Follow. While praying about Jesus, you must feel in heart his compassion, his love, and all those things. Similarly with other forms and names of gods. But not just lip singing he will not do. The actual real bhajan should come from here, from the heart. Swami says, instead of wasting your time in meditation, which you are not able to really do real meditation, do service. Spend your time in doing some serving others. That is Swami says.
Swami himself prepared the menu for all the 9 days, starting from 16th to 24th. And the food is free for all, even for the villagers also.
Information తీసుకున్న తర్వాతనే ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్ వస్తుంది.
Transformation is possible only after receiving information.
కనుకనే మొట్టమొదట దివ్యత్వమైనటువంటి యొక్క ఆత్మతత్వానికి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ తీసుకోవాలి.
Therefore, to know the spirit of the self-atma, you should have information.
ఆ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ తీసుకునే నిమిత్తమై ఈ విధమైనటువంటి సంస్థలను ప్రారంభించి తద్వారా ఒకరి నుండి ఒకరికి ఈ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ప్రసరింపచేస్తూ వచ్చింది.
The organization started with this purpose of passing on this information so that we can share with
ఇందులో
others.
ప్రధానమైనటువంటిది సేవ.
The main thing is service.
సంవిధం శరీరం.
Body is there to serve others.
హృదయమును విశాలము గావిస్తుంది.
Out of this selfless service, you have brought feelings.
అహంకారమును నిర్మూలన చేస్తుంది.
It kills the ego.
ఆనందమును ఆవిర్భవింపచేస్తుంది.
It originates bliss.
కనుకనే సేవ వల్ల కలిగేటువంటి ఫలితములు అనంతమైనటువంటి యొక్క ఆనందాన్ని అందిస్తూ వస్తుంటాయి.
Service confers infinite bliss.
ఇంతే కాకుండా బ్రదర్హుడ్ ఆఫ్ మ్యాన్, అందరి యొక్క సోదరత్వాన్ని కూడాను ఇది ప్రబోధిస్తుంది.
It also teaches the principle of brotherhood of man.
కనుక ఏనాడు మానవుడు బ్రదర్హుడ్ ఆఫ్ మ్యాన్, ఫాదర్హుడ్ ఆఫ్ గాడ్ అనేటువంటి దాన్ని గుర్తిస్తాడో అప్పుడే దీని యొక్క ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్
when I was in service activities, I forget myself. This is the maximum peace I am getting it. Whereas when I go out from these four walls of the Prasanthi Nilayam, I am not getting the peace. I am Ramesh. Whatever that is made from the South Canteen, and I am responsible for distributing. Let him come, let him come. See, people think that we are doing service, even seva. We are not doing. Baba is doing service. The energy also it is given by the Baba itself. Actually, whatever material that is prepared in this canteen may be sufficient for 30,000 or 20,000 only. But when it is fed to the people, it is sufficient for 1.5 lakhs people. Like that, it is getting multiplied. Every year, every function it is happening.
Sri Shankar Sharma, the President of India, comes for Sai Baba's birthday celebrations. Both he and many other personalities frequently visit Sai Baba's ashram. Festivals are celebrated throughout the year in Prasanthi Nilayam. Festivals from the Hindu calendar, as well as those from other religions, are celebrated here. But the most important one is the Master's, Sathya Sai Baba's birthday. Sometimes 1 million people have come for the occasion. Flags from 147 countries open the parade. Following them, Sai Geeta, Baba's elephant, groups of the best rural artists of India, and hundreds of pilgrims singing sacred mantras. Festivals in India are celebrated with extraordinary pomp and glamour. Today, Sai Baba is 70 years old. Since the age of 14, when his public life started, he hasn't known a single day of rest. Foreign to the hustle and bustle, he slowly walks through the crowd. Be happy always, he says. You greet me, saying happy birthday. I am always happy. So take this happiness and all of you be happy too. The fact that both the country's president and the Treasury's ministry bow down to his feet gives us an idea of the prestige of this master in India. Sai Baba often moves his hands with gestures whose interpretation is clear for the intuition, but difficult for the understanding. Baba explains that he maintains simultaneous communication with beings belonging to several planes of reality. Sai Baba's nature seems inscrutable. His multiple prodigies, the magnitude of his social work, and his undeniable charisma attract greater and greater multitudes. In these birthday celebrations, there were people from 147 countries.
He is God himself. You serve him. What is the fun of serving God? Who is all there? God has so many servants to serve him. You don't need to serve him. There are poor and needy who are the embodiments of God himself. Serve them.
He, as the master of all traditions, teaches us that to be human beings is being God, that God means love, and that true love is manifested especially in a feeling of unity naturally leading to the service of others. He repeats that he doesn't want to create a new religion, but to restore human values currently seriously threatened: love, truth, peace, right action, non-violence, and those related to them. What is really exceptional in Sai Baba is the magnetism of his personality and, above all, his example. His divine nature may be accepted or not, but his personality and teachings are the inspiration moving hundreds of thousands of people to unselfishly work for others, with an enthusiasm and happiness difficult to find, and with an energy changing reality.
Non è un rapporto a livello emotivo, ma a un livello di coscienza. Più si ama il maestro, più si onora il maestro, più si fa serio per il maestro, più si riesce realmente a dimenticare se stesso e per amore degli altri, e più sei vicino al maestro. Questo posso dire. E a me mi ha fatto capire personalmente che non c'è saggezza maggiore del servizio. Il servizio al prossimo è il servizio più alto che si può fare a Dio. Prema Svarupa dice: tu sei Dio, sappilo essere.
No, we are not giving much more importance about darshan, because Bhagavan has given us directions that you have to serve there, so that I am inside you to give the pleasure. That is why we are not interested for darshan. Bhagavan will automatically call us to give actual darshan.
That's it. When the volunteers finish their month's work in Prasanthi Nilayam, Sai Baba gives them a special darshan, his blessing, his nearness, and some bags of sacred ash distributed by the students are their reward. There aren't happier workers on earth. They haven't worked for themselves. On the other hand, they have received divine love. Nobody has ever been paid so well. Sai Baba says, I call to see you and for you to see me, because in this look and in the vision I give you lays your transformation, which thanks to my call is accelerated, deepened and improved. I need you to dedicate all your time to me. I am willing to work with you. I am going to teach you patience, calmness, happiness, and silence. I am going to teach you how to dominate your ego for you to be free. I am going to reveal myself for you to know me, invariable in my choice of you, even though it appears that I am not aware of you. I am going to offer you shelter and food. All of you are safe at my home. I can give you interviews or not. Take your letters or reject all of them. Place you in the first row or in the last one. This is the methodology of my teachings. It has nothing to do with merit or demerit, nothing to do with sadhana. It is not a reward nor a punishment. This is my teaching, and I choose it for you to grow. But for the latter, you have to feel confident of my love. That is my essence, which is invariable and pure, permanent and totally destined to you, the object of my exclusive attention. If you don't understand this, you will have come in vain. You will return with some stories to tell your friends how you lived in Puttaparthy and how many marvels Sai Baba performed, but you won't have grown. I bring all of you for you to receive and carry me, acting in the form of a new energy which will direct the life of each being. You have to know that you are the inhabitants of my heart and that I love all of you. Bring then, when I call you, this fire of love that you are giving me when you are in your houses.
Baba's Pada Namaskar, very pleasantly given. Yeah, that's enough.
Swami is the same in all parts. Many arrive here and don't know me, as if nothing were true except those indescribable instants of communion with me. This is lack of surrender. This is lack of inner vision. Come ready to offer your love, and I will give mine. Only the person doing this can say, when leaving, that his stay in this land is completely happy. But he who believes that Swami's land is limited to India fails. You may have my darshan each day. Just by asking me, you may see me by your side, because I am there when you call me. You may owe my love only by loving me and giving me your lives. The Lord is that nearest to you. Don't ever doubt it.